Still not going to give me your name?
No, you can call PSB.
No, that's fine. You'll get a complaint. You're unprofessional. I'm here to document how unprofessional you are.
If you continue to follow me while I'm investigating something else, I will.
This is a public sidewalk. Arrest me then.
Okay, you don't need to follow me. I'm conducting a police investigation.
I'm investigating this.
Then put the phone down, turn around.
Okay, take me to jail. You're taking me to jail?
Yes.
Okay, no problem. I don't consent to any searches or seizures. So if you dig in my pockets, you've already illegally detained me. I'm going to sue you for all of this. Just be careful with that. It's loaded. You don't need to yank it, you idiot. It's a gun. It's a loaded gun. No stupid, bro.
The clip you just saw was from The Real Constitutional Upholder, and it was filmed on September 17th, 2024, and it was between himself and an interaction with the Englewood Police Department in Englewood, Colorado. He was illegally arrested for filming police, but that wasn't his first interaction with Englewood, nor would it be his last. He practices his right to open carry, and every time he does it, the police jump right on top of him. Then we fast forward to today's video, filmed almost a month later on October 29th. The same police department sees a man breaking absolutely no laws. They surround him, and then this happens. This police interaction video starts as many police interaction videos do, where men with guns tell other men with guns that they can't carry guns, because only the police should be able to carry guns, despite the Constitution starkly opposing that thought process. Keep in mind, no crime has been alleged to have been committed, just a man on a public sidewalk exercising his Second Amendment right. Remember that clip you saw when this video started? That video shows that they know who this man is. They know he presents no clear or present danger. This video serves as proof that they will continue to retaliate against him.
Just keep your hands up for me. Everyone, hold the air. Just keep your hands up.
Now, along with cop logic, for me always comes the script flip. What would happen if we turned this around? Imagine a citizen is walking down the street, armed, exercising their Second Amendment right. They see a police officer armed. That citizen walks up to the police officer, holds the officer at gunpoint, and tells them to keep their hands up. Just like in this video, still, no one has broken any laws. We've only changed the protagonist and the antagonist. We've only swapped places with the hero and the villain. Still, no crime has been committed. However, in that scenario, that citizen would be spending the rest of their life in jail if they're lucky. That's if the cops' partners haven't responded and mag-dumped on them first. If it doesn't work for a citizen to be able to do that to a police officer, it certainly shouldn't work for a police officer to do that to a citizen. And I'm not a proponent of violence. I believe the only time someone should be able to use force is in self-defense. And I know a lot of you feel the same way I do. Unfortunately, the police only ever care about their officer safety. And once officer safety comes into play, your constitutional rights are waived right out the window.
That's fine. Well, we need to figure out what you're doing too. So we have all the reasons sufficient to stop you.
Now, historically speaking, it's been ruled that in Colorado, police can stop you for legally carrying a firearm. However, they can't search you or your vehicle without a search warrant, consent, or probable cause. That being said, when they do stop you, it's only consensual. They can say, "Are you allowed to carry that firearm?" But you have every right to decline to speak with them at all. And even though in Colorado, historically, it's been upheld that a police officer can stop someone carrying a firearm, that does not fall in line with your Second Amendment right guaranteed under the United States Constitution, or your Fourth Amendment right to be free from illegal search and seizure. Simply carrying a firearm in itself can't be considered probable cause to initiate a detainment. It certainly doesn't reach the bar of reasonable articulable suspicion to hold someone at gunpoint on the side of the road. It seems to me that Colorado is making up its own laws as it goes along. Now, if the situation wasn't dangerous enough for this citizen, Now even more units arrive, responding code, while the officer that called this in stands behind his vehicle for cover with his weapons drawn. In this situation, let me know in the comments just how safe you think this citizen is. Now we're going to fast forward for a second. Just the amount of time it takes the cop to work up the balls to approach the citizen he illegally stopped in the first place.
Back to you.
What's up?
I'm coming to you.
Okay.
You wanna how you wanna do this? You wanna stop traffic?
Yeah.
Do you want to stop traffic? Some of you at home might be wondering why the police are considering stopping traffic. It goes to show just how dangerous a predicament this citizen is in. The reason in cases like this that traffic is halted is so there's minimum collateral damage when the police open fire. You got that right. The police are stopping traffic because they believe that there's a high likelihood they're going to have to mag dump on this citizen, and they don't want to get any other citizens caught in the crossfire, simply for walking down the street and breaking no laws.
Put him on my head, my hands are getting inside.
You put them on your head.
I don't consent to any search or seizures.
Well, here's the thing, man.
Cops already stopped someone illegally and used excessive force. Then they approached the citizen with multitudes of partners, weapons drawn. And the citizen says, "I don't consent to any searches or seizures." And then the cop responds, "Here's the thing, man. Let's play a fun game of AFA Mad Libs, where we'll take what the cop says and we'll help him finish the sentence, because we all know what he's thinking.
Well, here's the thing, man.
We don't really care what you want. We're gonna search everywhere. Around you, on top of you, up inside you. Officer safety and such."
And here's the thing, nothing. Do what you gotta do.
You can detain you real quick.
I'm just gonna sue you. It's all good.
That's fine.
It's all good.
You're gonna lock your fingers.
Okay.
Another thing to keep in mind, this traffic stop has already been going on for over 10 minutes. It's just after 2:12 a.m. local time in Englewood, Colorado. This is the weather report for that day. At around 12 a.m., temperatures plummeted to less than 17 degrees, 2 hours before the stop took place. And this guy's being detained indefinitely in almost freezing weather conditions, without gloves and in handcuffs, putting him at risk for hypothermia. But I think we'd all agree that that's just fine, as long as the officer is safe.
Such a big deal for no reason, man. You're supposed to fight for our rights. Come on now. I don't know what this
All we're doing is we're just detaining you right now. You're not under arrest.
For what? What am I being detained for? What law do I-
So we just ID him to make sure he doesn't have any felonies.
Lawsuit gold, all admitted on body camera. Now, in the United States and in Colorado, you have the right to keep and bear arms, protected by the Second Amendment to the Constitution. The Fourth Amendment also guarantees you the right to be free from illegal search and seizure, without probable cause, consent, or a search warrant. It also guarantees you the right to be secure in your person's papers and effects. Now, exercising your Second Amendment right cannot be converted into probable cause to then violate your Fourth Amendment right. But that's exactly what this cop admits to doing. He stopped him for illegally carrying a firearm only so he could run his ID, violating his Fourth Amendment right, to see if he has any warrants, with absolutely no crime having been alleged to have been committed. Let me put it in context for you. You believe in Christianity or Catholicism. You're walking down the street and you have a nice big cross hanging from your neck, part of your First Amendment right to express religious belief. A police officer approaches you, sees the cross, detains you, handcuffs you, and then says, "He had a cross on him. I just want to run his ID, see if he's got any felonies." The entirety of this country would be in an uproar, and every single citizen would be as butthurt as hell. No difference between that and what's happening now. The only difference is a cross makes an officer feel more safe than a firearm.
Oh, here's the rifle. It's not a big deal. It's America, right?
Agreed, but it's just, it's been snowing, it's 2 o'clock in the morning, man.
That's the thing. I want to be out here in the worst conditions. I'm training, you know what I'm saying?
What are you training for, bud?
Any business.
Okay.
All right, I'm not
Just ID or what? Huh? Just ID him?
Yeah.
Okay.
You have an ID on you?
I'm not doing this to you.
Well,
I don't have an idea on me, so. Go ahead and take me to jail, do what you gotta do.
Huh?
It's not illegal to open carry a rifle or a pistol in the city of Englewood. If it's an illegal detainment every minute, I'm gonna sue you for it. You guys are scared of guns, man.
Now, he doesn't give his ID up when asked, so now the cops have to make their brain work. A very dangerous task for police officers. Most have 2 brain cells, and they're normally fighting each other. And now the cop's going to go on to say, well, it's not illegal for him to open carry in Englewood, but if he's a felon, he can't carry a firearm. So maybe if we check his ID and then we find out he's a felon, then we can charge him for illegally carrying a firearm. Because as far as a cop's concerned, he can work the Constitution backwards. That's not how it works. You need to have probable cause or reasonable articulable suspicion to effect a detainment in the first place. And that crime cannot be legally carrying a firearm in public. Once you do struggle to find that crime and articulate it, then you can solicit for the citizen's identification. At that point, and only at that point, if you find the citizen does have felonies, then they are a felon in possession of a firearm, and then you can charge them accordingly. You can't start with run his ID and see what we find.
So, it's not really the same, but if he is, but, you know, if he's a felon, he can't have any weapons on him, so. Right. So, how far do you want to go? How far do you want to go? How far do you want to go?
These cops are so screwed in court. You have one cop asking another cop, how far do you want to go? How many of his rights are you willing to violate with me today? It's been a slow night in Englewood. You down to have some fun? How far are we willing to take this illegal detainment?
Look at me or what? What's going on?
we're having our own conversation.
Okay, well, I don't have time for your own conversation. I'm getting held against my will right now. I'm going to sue you for every single minute.
That's fine. Well, we can go to court for that then when we get time.
Yep, it's all good.
First, they try and talk him into giving up his ID. Then they try and scare him into giving up his ID. Now, after commiserating amongst themselves, neither one of them are willing to pull the trigger on the amount of money this lawsuit is going to cost. You'd figure they'd just walk away and take the L. Nope, not these cops. They're going to go back to trying into talking him in, to giving his ID up again.
Why don't you want to provide your name, man?
Because it's none of your business. I have my right to conceal my identity unless I've done something wrong, which I have not, and you have not stated that I've done anything wrong.
I just
So
asked
I do
a
not
question.
appreciate the illegal detainment. I would like to be free to go. Instead of you guys sitting around and gossiping. Come on, let's get this done. You gonna go to jail? Or not? I'm free to go. You can't just sit here in the middle and you know, you're cold, man. I gotta answer. Let's go.
Okay, well, you're okay with that, Alright, okay. So, yeah. Okay. Well, just take him out. Take him out. Yeah. Alright.
And watch. Look over your fingers.
You learn a lesson today?
I'm learning a lesson today.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, sure.
You're gonna get sued.
Okay, you want my business card?
Oh yeah, all of yours.
Good.
Yes, sir. This ain't my first time doing this, so go ahead.
You want the case number?
Sure.
Here, what's the DR?
What's the name?
It's on the business card.
So is that what you tell the judge? It's on the business card? You
Well, if it's not a case, man, it's gonna be.
So, if it's not a case, I did nothing wrong. Why was I detained?
What's the DR?
Oh, it's snowing outside, right? And
Who cares? The snow means that my rights are a little bit violated because it's snowing outside? What does that mean? You do your job when it snows outside, right? There you go.
Anyone just have any closer?
Cool. And did you find that out?
You good?
My name's on there too if you want to know my name.
Can I get that?
Yeah. Give me a second. Let me get it out.
This was an absolute masterclass in how to deal with police and how to stand up for your rights. Carrying a camera in public and dealing with police is dangerous enough. Being brave enough to take that extra step and practice your Second Amendment right in public while you're dealing with police, in most cases, is literally life and death. But that didn't stop this American citizen from doing just that. In the face of certain danger and probable tyranny, he did what his forefathers taught him to do. He challenged an unlawful government. He stood up against its illegal rule. And he never bended the knee. Instead, he exercised his rights, the rights that so many brave American men and women have paid the ultimate price to defend. And today I say, land of the free because of the brave. And this man is as brave as it gets. Check out The Real Constitutional Upholder. His original video and channel link are in the description of this one. And make sure you tell him that Accountability for All sent you. And thank him for his service to the community and this nation of America. And until the next time, that's the reason I and pain stopped you today.